Alright, welcome back to Across the Obelisk. I wanted to make a video for the 1.0 release. They added the other map. They did a little bit of balancing, added some items, and 4 characters, which were on the beta branch. I never played that. Not a master at the game or anything. But this is supposed to be basically a character overview. I got them all almost to 44. 44 is when they get their 3rd trait. So I think it's time to start doing the higher madness levels. I'm not an expert. As you can see, I'm not going down all the madness levels, but I'm pretty good at madness 1. Maybe I'll try madness 2. It has this exhaust mechanic, and monster damage is reduced, as well as on the 4th act, monster HP, monster speed on the 3rd and 4th. Probably do that. But before that, I wanted to just go over the characters real quick. Gustav. Excuse me. Sorry, 1 second. Let me grab my vape. Okay, so Gustav's a scout. The way that I kind of figured out to play this character would either be, because he has this sharp +1, and the sharp increases his mind damage. So this guy's all about mind damage. Ellie, sorry, that's my cat. This guy's all about mind damage, but if you don't play him mind damage, he's all about supporting the team. And I never really got too much into the music, like the stanza stuff before. I don't think these characters are very good at the music stuff, but this character is, he is made for it. So he starts with stanza 1. Eventually, he can't get stanza 3 removed. So he always has stanza, essentially. Ellie, stop, kitty. Stop. She's being so annoying. Every time my cat eats, she wants me to hold her. Come on, kitty. Okay. Here, I'll hold you. Come on. Come here. So, sorry, this video is going so great. I'm holding my cat now. He always has stanza, and it turns out I never really played song before. Like I said, the music spells, when you do have the appropriate stanza, they can be really, really good. So I play him as support for vitality. And as you can see, this perk system is new as well with the 1.0 release. I always go down this line first, health and resistance. Then you put stuff into other things you need. In my opinion, you subtract this for other things. That's kind of the basis of how I do all my characters. This I would put on every character. It gives you initial energy. That's incredibly important. This I like to put on most characters, but I will take this away. It's cost 3. And it's nice to have an extra energy in round 2, but if you have a good support, and it's not necessary, so there's a lot of stuff for Gustav to go into. So I give him full heal. It just increases heal. Regen, they don't lose regen. It also, I like the whole they don't lose the regen at the end of the turn. And then also the shadow resistance is nice. That's just a little bonus for me. I mainly get this one because they don't lose the regen. Vitality. He does mad vitality stack, so vitality is good if you're playing him with support, obviously. Same thought process with this. The mind resistance is nice, but I get it because they don't lose the vitality. That's huge on vitality, in my opinion, when you start stacking 10, 15, 20 vitality. Even if you lose the fight down HP, you'll still have full HP the next fight. Sharp is pretty important for me. I play him as a support for the whole party, as well as he stacks sharp charges. Same thing with this. Can't be purged. Don't lose sharp at the end of the turn. That's really amazing. So we play him putting sharp on the new Sylvie, this new scout, who is a ranged scout. So let's go through hers real quick. I look for a few key cards on her. Rapid fire is huge early, as well as the comparable poison one that does the same thing or repeats twice, but it does pierce and poison. Late game, we look for barrage and rain of arrows. Those are pretty much the 4 key cards, as well as sharp charges on her. Again, I just do I go down the line, HP and all resist. I did get the third upgrade of this one. Round 2, she gets an extra energy. Speed. On pretty much every character I go speed. Doesn't really need any of this. I'm not really doing much stealth, not really doing much evade or anything. I do have evade on Gustav, though, who gives people evade later. Pierce damage, of course, makes perfect sense. I don't go slash. She doesn't really know slashing at all, at least the way I play her, she doesn't. So Pierce, poison. Doesn't do too much poison unless I get a lot of those. I forget what it's called, like poison spray. I forget. It's the one that repeats twice that does pierce and poison. So I do to go poison. I do the one that just, I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know why it was doing that. I get the one that gives the bonus poison. I go bleed and then do the one that does the bonus to bleed, but does bleed at the end of the turn. That's fine. I can wait till the end. She does a ton of pierce damage as it is, and it's nice just to have the extra bleed just to finish them off. As well as they don't... I'm sorry. It cannot be prevented by buffer or immunity to bleed, so that's really nice. So even stuff that's immune is... You know, the bleed damage applies to that. I want to put this vulnerable... Sorry, here we go. I want to put this on somebody. This is a general... Yeah, this vulnerable. I want to put vulnerable on somebody in the party. Maybe Zeke. I call him Zeke, personally. And as you can see, when you go down the line, of course, 44 is that big one where you get the third talent cards. So that's really nice. This tree, minus 30% pierce resistance. They get... So this does give them vulnerable. I went this last game for the sharp charges. Maybe I'll do this and put those vulnerable charges on somebody. Maybe put it on her. Or I can try to put it on Zeke. I personally play him as a Vanish Dark Mage. He is pretty much primarily Dark Mage. As you can see, I actually have a lot of gold and stuff because he's not super heavy in the perk tree. He basically just goes dark. At least that's the way I play him. He can do a little mind if you want to put him with Nezgalt, the priest. Mind could probably be useful as well. I don't think he does much vulnerable, unfortunately. I want to put vulnerable on somebody if I'm going to try Madness 2. This tree's pretty cool, actually. It goes into a little bit of like ice damage and stuff. This one's more curses. I like the curses, but the way I play him is more like Vanish. Forget the card name. I'll show you in the game. It's like it does damage based on your Vanish pile, and then I play him as support too, and I have a bunch of like scrolls that are vanishing to up the energy of people, as well as these Book of Nightmares that give me 4 Vanish cards immediately if you upgrade them to I think the blue version. So let's see. I like this because this is just a general upgrade. It's not just for him. So max charges of vulnerable on enemies. And I think he has enough of this to play around with. So like I'll do this. I'll just reduce. This is like something I would reduce for something that I need. This is something I would reduce first. Because in this game, as you know, there's meta progression. So I have 3 treasures right now. I know if you just start, you're not going to have a big... whopping 10,000 gold treasure, but it is what it is. You want to get to the point where you have treasures that you can click on and start your run off better. So this is not required. You get this in any way. I'd rather get something that actually like benefits the builds. So I'm gonna get this game, especially going into Madness 2. Maximum charges of vulnerable on enemies increase to 12 and reduces by 1 at the end of the turn, as opposed to 2, which usually it does. So I'm gonna do that. And let's save this. Just call it Dark Mage. So that looks good. Have the health and resistance on him. He's a mage. He's squishy. I do like having the health. Speed, of course. Energy. I got this turn 2 energy as well. But yeah, that's about it. The vulnerable and the dark charges on him. And I'll show you the builds in a second. And I think I went through pretty much everybody. Breeze the new, yeah, sorry, that was the last one. Breeze the new, just got 44 on her too, so that's really cool. I usually go the defense tree, all resist, and that's cool because I don't really play that many skills on her. So she basically just kind of keeps this up the whole fight. So she just has 15% reduced damage, or I'm sorry, all resistance the whole fight. See, skill cards, I don't do that. I do countermeasures. I play her as a blocker, Thorns character. She's kind of teched in a way where you can play her like blunt damage and crack and stuff. I couldn't figure out a way to get that working very well, unfortunately. I wish there was a better blunt character. I can't figure out how to play any of these characters blunt very well. It just seems like they're outclassed by, you know, some of the scouts or like mages or even like Reginald, or they're outclassed damage wise if you go blunt, in my opinion. But like, let me know in the comments if you know how to play one of them effectively as blunt. I can't figure it out. So I do go block. I go Thorns. We don't play her as heavy as Heiner though, and like doubling her defense and stuff. We play her lower defense just enough to block the damage for the turn, and we try to stack Thorns as much as possible. So sometimes I'll do this. Queen of Thorns is pretty cool. Whenever you would gain block charges, instead gaining block, gain 30% of those charges as Thorns. She can stack some crazy Thorns, so I'll show you the build too. And also Tireless, we can go that as well, just for more general energy regen and immune to fatigue. So she's pretty cool, and she's actually, I think, one of the fastest warriors. Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe she's the fastest. Maybe Gruckley as well is kind of up there with her. All right, sorry, the cat's moving. So, trying Madness 2, we'll see how it goes. This is the first time I'm actually trying Madness 2, and I just want to make sure we can still get treasure. We can still get treasures. So, looks good. The only one not with without the traits level 3 is Gustav right now. I've been leveling them up and stuff, so we'll try this. I'm a little nervous about the exhaust mechanic. That kind of scares me. I've never played with that before. Whoa, what's this? The Goblin Settlement. Let's head to that way when we go into game. Now, this is going to be probably a long video just about the theory crafting of the characters and stuff. So, initially, let's see. What's the lowest treasure? I always go the lowest. This is a really good one. I just got that in my last run. I was stacking gold, and I'm starting to play more efficiently, so I'm stacking bigger treasures. But this is the lowest, so we're going to click this one. It's still a lot. It's enough to do what we want to do. We also have max stacks of supplies. Again, you're not going to have that when you start, but eventually you'll, you know, if you actually love the game, like me, I have like almost 200 hours in this, so you'll stack supplies eventually. So we have max. There's no point not selling. I'm just going to go ahead and sell like 20. Usually you end up making about 20 in a run anyway, so probably go back to 500 anyway, because you can see the whole tree is upgraded already. You're not going to have that right away. It is very important, though. All of these upgrades are pretty important in my opinion. I forget which one I think was the most important at the moment. I think reroll is probably not that important. Currency retention is obviously good. Divination rounds reduced, that's good. Removing cards is good. Common cards, I think this is probably, Magic Forge is probably the most important first to like max out. But anyway, so we have some builds here, and I've been refining them. Bree, block Thorns. So basically all I did with this, I added 1,000 needles to her starting build, added spike shields, and I forget what I removed. It was just some of like the pommels, I think. I'm pretty much getting rid of all the attacks. She doesn't really, and the way, the difference between like Heiner and her, I don't play her with like shield charge and like block attacks. She doesn't really gather as much block, so she doesn't really utilize block attacks, and I don't think her deck really needs like blunt bloat as well as I don't want to tech into the perk tree. She's a very heavy perk tree. She has a very heavy perk tree, so I can't go into blunt too, and that just seems disjointed, and she's a little bit of a disjointed character in a way if you don't really focus on something. So I mainly just do block Thorns and let them come to her and attack her and do the Thorns damage, and I've been liking that. So that's Barbed Wire's pretty good too. I would suggest like maybe 3 of these. Spike Shield, I'll pretty much take this whenever I get it. That's what I'm looking for in the initial rolls. 1,000 Needles, I could probably take 3, even 4 of these. And then the one later, I think it's called Garden of Thorns, that doubles your thorns. That's really good. I'll take pretty much as many of those as I can get. With her, we're looking for Rapid Fire in the start. And let's see, the Poison Spray. I'm sorry, I think I called it like Spread Poison or whatever I called it before. We're looking for Poison Spray, Rapid Fire in the start. Chant of Accuracy is huge, so we added those to this deck. I added a Poison Spray and it had 2 Rapid Fires. I think that's really good. What you remove doesn't really matter all that much. Remove a Quick Shot, remove the Ice Shots, remove the Multi-Shots. I want to get rid of the Camouflages eventually, but this is the starting deck. I want to do repeated damage, which benefits greatly the sharp charges. So you want to be doing AoE and you want to be do repeated damage for, you know, low mana. That's really good. Here's the Dark Vanish deck. It's built around these necrotic bursts, basically. And I'm sorry, the upgraded version, which is the Vanish Pile times 2. So the whole theory of this is Scroll of Intellect, Tome of Intellect, Book of Nightmares. This is a really good one. You go, boom, it vanishes. You put 3 Nightmares in your hand that cost 0. That's 4 vanished cards right there. Eventually, I like getting at least 2 of these books. Ideally, maybe even 3. Probably 2 of these Tombs of Intellect. As many scrolls as I can find, as many necrotic bursts as I can find. So use all the support cards, use these books that give you, you know, 4, 8, etc. vanished cards, and then you start doing a bunch of damage with just a 1 cost and a bunch of dark damage and you know, dark stacks. I'm sorry, with the dark stacks and whatever that damage type is, dark damage. I forget what it's called. Shadow damage. I might just call it interchangeably dark damage and dark stacks. This is the last thing you want to get rid of. He can use curses depending on the tree. I get rid of this. I get rid of this. This isn't. He's more of a curse guy, I think. So I get rid of Shadow Bolts and the Drain Life eventually too. But we added the scroll. We added the support stuff. Boom, boom. Necrotic Burst. Curse of Shadows, I think I added a couple of those. I'm getting rid of Drain Life. Shadow Bolt, his like other like energy stuff that he had. Got rid of that. And then Gustav, I named this Support Mind, added the Chance of Accuracies, getting rid of the Shivs, getting rid of all these attacks. Okay, so what we want to do, I added Sweet Melodies. I want to replace that later for the group heal, but we'll keep the heal for now. Vitalizing Serenade, I think, I want to keep the heals, group heals, and these at about 50-50. I'd probably want slightly more of these. The Vitality is really nice. When you upgrade it, it gives regen and Vitality. So we're going to do this, and let's do some rolls. And if I see it, I'll show you what I'm looking for on these. I'm going to go kind of fast. I'm looking for this on her, not on Gustav. See, stuff like this. When you first start the game, it's really nice seeing these corrupted cards. And maybe I'm dumb. Like, maybe in other higher madness levels, this is more important. But I feel like this is card bloat. And it's not really, like, what I'm trying to do with this character. It's, like, it's nice dispelling all that stuff. It is. But I don't find speed all that important in this game. And especially since last run, it really was apparent that, like, it's nice getting your characters in a certain order if you want to play them a certain way. Like, I want her to go third. Like, if I can make this guy go faster than her, he can energize her before her turn. Same thing with Gustav. So stuff like that with speed is important. But it's like, last game I was playing him, the ice trait, and I was getting, I was getting the monsters down like minus 80 speed. And you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. They go last. They have minus 80. They don't get skipped from it. So speed does affect order, but it's like not super important to me. Dispels insanity. That's kind of cool, I guess. Shackle, like, I'm not playing much evade. I give them evade with him, but it's just stuff like this. It's like, it's enticing because it's corrupt, but I'm not going to go with that. Sorry not to talk all day about it. Let's try a couple basics. Here's a curse. Could probably go this curse, actually. It's pretty nice for 1, 16, 5, 4 mark, 5 crack, which isn't good, but I could actually go that. And what we'll remove for, is probably the drain life for that right now. Let's do another basic. I'll probably go down to like about 5,000 gold. Headbutt, again, one of these things. Oh man, that's so sweet. I can do so much, you know, blunt damage, but I'm not playing her blunt. I'm not really doing anything to make her hand size really huge. Like I'm not putting a bunch of scrolls on her, like of intellect on her or anything. So I'm gonna pass that up. I want to keep her to defense and thorns. Would have loved the poison spray on her. Not getting. Yeah, that was a little disappointing because I do like that on her. Let's see what we got. Nothing here. Looking for ranged attacks. Nothing there. Or sharp. Nothing there. Gives him vulnerable. Kind of cool. It's expensive, though. He's not really the attacker. He's more the support, so we're going to pass that up. I'm looking for the Thorns block. I forget what it's called exactly now, but when I see it, I'll point it out. Looking for the necrotic bursts. Mainly necrotic bursts on him is what I'm looking for. And looking for sharp on him. And then I don't even know if he can roll like the song spells that I need on him yet. See, this is like, oh, that's so enticing. Bookworm, though, is something I could use. Oh, it's purple. It's corrupt. It's so cool. It doesn't add dark charges. It does 26 damage. It heals him, but there's other ways we can heal with this this guy right here. So I'm gonna go Bookworm. I think this is nice to get. Bookworm is nice to get this Book of Nightmares in your hand as quickly as possible when you upgrade it the correct way. Just to get this in your starting hand. Cost 0, starting hand. Reveal 2 books. Put 1 in your hand. So we put Book of Nightmares in our hand. Immediately. So ideally, I'd want 2 of these and 2 Book of Nightmares to get both Book of Nightmares in my starting hand immediately, consistently every round 1. That's what I'm basically trying to do there. So it's the book is going to be subbed for the Shadow Bolt. Getting rid of those first. Do another basic. None of that. This is good. This is what we're basically looking for on Gustav. At least that's what I'm looking for with these builds. I like Serenade a lot. Let's get rid of Annoying Whistle for it. Serenade's good. I could probably go a second Ballad later. This is nice. Card, Buffer, Evade. I can get like maybe 2 of those. I'm looking for probably about 4 or 5 of these. And then 2 or 3 group heals. So I want to eventually get rid of all these for the group heals. I want to get rid of these, and then maybe 5 or 6 chance. Defend could work, as opposed to just some of these damage spells and stuff. Pestilence. Pestilence could work on him, but I'm not going to go Pestilence. Chant, I will go on him. And then this would have been nice on him, but he got the chance. That's nice. So let's see. What we're going to get rid of is probably this Battle Shout. And then he will get rid of Whispering Lies. Another Pestilence. Upgraded. Pretty cool. But I'm not going to go Pestilence. Yeah, no. Maybe if it was Corrupt, I probably would go that Pestilence, but Quick Shot, nothing. Adrenaline, I want her to be supported by other characters and not have bloat. So I really want her charged up from other characters as much as possible and get her damage out as quickly as possible without bloat. So I'm actually not going to take the Adrenaline. Book of Nightmares is perfect. We got our second one. That's pretty much all I could really ask for. I could probably do a third if it comes up, but I'm happy with 2. Yeah, I'm happy with 2. I would probably go a third, though, if it came up. Let's get rid of the Shadow Bolt for that. Burst, perfect. As many of these as we can get. Remove the last shadow. So his deck right now actually looks pretty darn good to me. I'm happy with his. I want to get rid of this. I would love one more card for him. With her, I could replace 4 or 5 of these cards, and with her, 1, 2. Want to get rid of the intercepts a little, but they're maybe for barbed wire if it comes up. None of that. None of this. None of that. Okay, none of that. None of this. Would have loved the rapid fire on her. That's what we're looking for on her, but not on the frog. I love this skin, by the way, on the frog. The third skin's so sick. He's like an orange with like the little black like eye mask. His loot's like cooler now. It's all like majestic looking. His hat's like more like, you know, loud. It's pretty sweet. So none of this, none of that. Hopefully we'll get at least another good card or two. I would love to get another cool corrupt card for somebody. Again, rapid fire on him. That kind of sucks. That's what we're looking for on her. Let's go another basic. Coming down here, 6.6. Like I said, I'm going to stop at 5 because I want to start building gold again. Boom, boom. There's just only so much you can really do. You know, there's only so much you can do. Sometimes your cards don't come up. I'm pretty happy with the cards overall, though, that I got. I would love a couple more. Intercept. Okay, yeah, I'll go this. This is a corrupt intercept. That's pretty cool. Boom, boom, boom. So for that intercept, we're going to get rid of the invigorating blow. Low cost defense. That's good. I'll probably keep that until mid-late game. Maybe replace it later, but it's actually pretty solid because she doesn't, unlike like Heiner, for example, she doesn't get the reduced defense cards later trait. So a few like good 0 cost like intercepts or like barbs and stuff could be good to like max out her turn essentially, especially if I'm mainly buffing her with energy and not Bree. So I want to keep her actually pretty low to the ground. I would love to get the defense. It's like a legendary item later where it when you play a defense, it reduces the highest defense card by 2. That's really good on Bree, especially when you're not supporting her as much. Again, with the rapid fire on this guy, I'll do a sweet melody instead of this whispering lies. None of that. Okay. So this looks good. We do want to replace these for another vitalizing and the group heals. I don't think he can even roll a group heal in the starting town though. It's a purple card. I forget how it works. If I do the third one, it might be there we go. We got a rapid fire. Finally, we got like 1 rapid fire at least. So we'll remove quick shot for that, I think. Okay. Do we do one of these? I don't want to use all my gold. Let's do a basic and then a fast. Boom. None. 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 Little under 5. It's okay. Boom, none, none. Necrotic Burst. That's a good last one. At least we got something with it. Excuse me. Now, for the Necrotic Burst, I'm going to probably remove the Curse of Shadows. That's probably what I'm going to... reduce it down to... with the exhaust mechanic, we might want to actually keep some cards from burning, because to not just get exhaust every turn. But this looks good right now, 15, 15, 15. It looks fine. There's only so much I can really hope for. Speed. Can we put his speed above hers? Where am I going? 18, 16. See, unfortunately, speed, this is something I talked about, I think, in a previous video. If you can match their speed, I would love to see a mechanic where you can put turn priority. Like if they both have the same speed, I would love to put like, if same speeds, Zeke will go first. Like Zeke will go before Sylvie or whatever. Like if they're matching speeds, if that makes sense, to have turn priority. Because even if I give him this, I don't think he'll go before her. I'm gonna give him. I'm sorry, this double speed one. So I'm gonna give him that, and let's give Gustav a little bit more speed and resistance. Everything else looks pretty good. I don't want to waste all my gold. And oh my god, big. That would have been a mistake if I didn't upgrade all this. So we're gonna do the zero cost that gives everybody 3. Intercept, we're gonna keep it at 0. Defend, we'll do the 26-1. I don't even want to go invigorating blow. I might not upgrade it at all. These are really expensive to upgrade, unfortunately. I do the 1 cost one just to do as many as I possibly can. Again, she doesn't get reduced defense cards unless you get certain items. And then we'll probably keep 1 card. We do have a lot of shards. We'll upgrade everything. That's fine. You won't be able to if you just start the game. But yeah, I want to burn it and gain 23 and stack as many thorns as possible quickly. I hate having both camouflages still. I wish I can keep rolling for cards. This is going to burn on her, the chance. 0 cost burn. She does it 1 and done, then she starts attacking, basically. I would love to have 4 or 5 of these on her and then just have a bunch of early mid-game poison sprays and rapid fires, late game rain of arrows and barrages, because those increase her sharp as well. So it's like it's inherent on the attack with a certain upgrade. The late game AoE and multi-shot stuff. So getting a little ahead of myself talking about it, but basically she has ways of stacking sharp that's not chant later. Might as well just upgrade everything. Let's make this a 2 cost, actually. Kind of try to squeeze it in somewhere. I'm not really a fan of Ice Shot. It takes a little too long to really get going, in my opinion. I mean, it's an okay move. We'll keep it at 2. I don't want to apply ice. Like, this seems pointless. Like, yes, it does more pierce. It does the same amount of ice damage either way. And then it applies the, like, slowing ice. And again, I just talked about that. I feel like that's kind of overrated. We'll do this as a burn and a draw card. That will also increase our sharp for now, so that's not too bad. Scroll is going to just be the draw one, I think. And then this will be starting hand. This will be starting hand 2. So it's going to be starting hand. For now, we can actually do this as starting hand as well to burn it and to give her some energy earlier. But I do eventually want to make this just the draw one. And then ideally, I would like probably 2 of these bookworms, 2 or 3 of these bookworms, match that with the Book of Nightmares. In a perfect world, draw the Book of Nightmares every single time, right? And also have like 2 of these in the starting hand. So these are going, boom, the one that, you know, the 0 cost Vanishing Nightmares. This is the Vanish Pile one. We'll see how this works with the exhaust mechanic now. I'm not super pro at the game. I'm good at like lower difficulties. I think I kind of figured it out, but we'll see on Madness 2. We're keeping these chants on Gustav because he is the support character. He's primarily supporting her, but he also supports the team very well. We're going to just put these as burn. They're not much better. The Dispel's better. The heal's a little, like 1 more. But I'm doing this mainly just to give a more potent heal earlier, and I'm going to replace them later anyway. This, I don't like to wait for stanza 3. I do like that it gives more evade. I like that it gives more buff. But unless there's certain corrupt cards that can give him stanza quicker. But if not, I don't want to have to wait until stanza 3 every time, so I do stanza 2. I know it's a little less potent, but that's what I do. Vitalizing, we want to actually keep in his deck, keep stacking the vitality, especially with the trait that the vitality does not get reduced at the end, so we can just keep stacking on stacking on stacking vitality, etc. So even after a fight, like I said, this is about it. So even after a fight, which way are we going? Just down, maybe? Let's go down. Even after a fight, if you lose damage, if you have enough vitality, you'll still be at full health the next fight because you were, overstacked of health. You know, if that makes sense. You have like, look at that, plus 20. So even if he loses 20 health, he'll be full health next fight. Give her the sharp. Intercept. Don't mind if I do. Whoops. Okay. I think it's very obvious. Probably just go 2 rapid fires here. Perfect use of the energy. Can we get him round 1? We got one more character. Let's see. Bookworm into Book of Nightmares. This is what I'm saying. Use this. Boom, there's one vanished right there. There's a second vanish. There's a third vanish. There's a fourth vanish. You know what I mean? So that's round 1. Bunch of vanishes for those necrotic bursts later. To get the necrotic burst doing more damage, round 2, round 3, etc. So none of that. None of this. None of this. None of this. I am the best swimmer. Sure. 56 experience, 600 gold. That's pretty good. Barricade. Okay. Maybe. All heroes 14 and 2 reinforce. You know what? I'm probably not going to go that. If it was Stockade, I would definitely do it. Barricade, I want Thorns. They don't have she is fast, so a lot of the time she will go before the monsters, but putting defense on characters without really keeping the defense on them or block is, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it's like that great. So we're just going to go the money and shards. Put that on her. We have enough to do both of these and this. Perfect turn. We want to use Falcon Shot first. That's her character card. We want to do that because it equals your hand size, the damage, and the application of Bleed in Sight. I'm not super huge fan of Sight, but she does have this, which I don't even perk into Sight on her, but it's a nice small bonus. I wouldn't pick cards based on it or anything. It would be cool playing her with Nez, the priest, because I know he can actually use Sight a lot for his attacks. So him and her could probably be a good synergy. But yeah, use this first because it does more damage. And let's see, chant. And what do we do now? We have enough to do this and that, or we can do this and that. Probably just these two. I don't know if we're going to kill him round... Well, let's see. He goes last. He goes... So we got to get this guy down to killing range. Bookworm into Book of Nightmares. Yeah, we'll get him. Watch this. So, vanished. 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 Let's vanish this. And we still have 4, so let's vanish this. And we have both necrotic bursts, so it's doing 16 now. See that? That's nice. He's in killing range. He'll probably kill himself on the thorns. Round 1, excellent. No, 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 no. Basic divination for 300. That's a nice little discount. Or we can get just a free fast divination. We'll do basic for 300. Blade Flurry would have been cool on another character, not on her. Man, and then of course the rapid fire on him again. Defend could be, instead of invigorating blow, could probably do the defend. It's not even that important, to be honest. I'm just going to go ahead and pass up on it for now. Let's do this. I'm not going to go up, I don't think, because I want to hit this. I kind of forgot what that does, actually. Shadow Step, don't really need it. Exotic equipment, I have 5,000. I'm just going to do the normal fight. This is something you probably want to use first. It's not big damage, especially playing him as a support. It's not the end of the world. It's not a big deal. Giving him powerful is it's okay just for the heal bonus. Sharp doesn't do anything for him. So if you have enough energy, like, you might as well play it first. But, like, again, it doesn't really do much damage. And then we don't have anything to heal anyway, so that's fine. I'm thinking just 2 rapid fires. We do have 2 rounds to get excellent performance, so we'll probably get that for sure. Put the Book of Nightmares in the hand. We're going to vanish those, do some damage. And we still have 4, vanish this. We have 3, vanish this. Do we do one of these and then 1 necrotic, or do we just start doing the necrotics? Let's do, let's just start doing the necrotics. So he's in killing range. Hurt herself on thorns. Unfortunately, he got healed. He got healed a lot, actually. Barbed. 1,000 needles. Good turn. Just used all the cards. 48 thorns now. Let's see. Book of Nightmares. So, yeah. Maybe we should try to focus her down so she doesn't heal. We have 1 in our discard. This does utilize the discard. This is the big thing with this deck that makes me feel kind of bad about the way I'm playing it with the Vanish, because I don't really utilize his character card very well with the way that I play this deck. So maybe making these the discard pile and then trying to keep his deck large, like 20 plus cards, 25 plus cards, could be good too. Maybe I'll try that on a future run, but I've just been playing it this way for now, and it has been working for me for the most part, so I'm just playing it the way that I'm playing it. We could go dit, but I'm probably just going to go dit. It still bounces, it still applies the dark, so pretty good. We'll kill him. There we go. Thorns killed him. That could have been cool on her. Not on the frog, though. The frog's getting a lot of stuff that I want on Sylvie. I can convince her to give us the Moonstone. Sure, that's the character dialogue, so I usually just go the character dialogues because they're usually good. Here's the Moonstone, here's gold, here's experience. Not doing blunt damage, so there's pretty much no point. I know it gives the charges to Thorns, but it's just expensive. It's 1, and then you have to really try to get a really good turn for those sharp charges, so I don't think it's worth. I'm sorry, not sharp, thorns charges, so it's not worth it. I like this because I don't have a lot of skills anyway, so I just keep that resistance up the whole fight. And I went this last game. Let's try this game. The 30% pierce resistance, the minus 30% damage by others gives that vulnerable. We did spec into the 12 vulnerable and Zeke, so can utilize that. Mark is good. Unfortunately, I'm not spec'd into Mark, so I don't get enhanced Mark or anything, but I will do that this game. Here's the thing, curses. I'm probably not doing the curse one. I'm probably just doing general spells because I don't really keep a lot of curses in his deck. And it's nice applying dark charges, and it's nice reducing the curse spells, but he doesn't have a lot of curse spells. He's more of a necrotic burst, like Vanish Dark Mage, so I'm just going to do this to draw cards, deal some extra ice damage, apply some dark anyway, and I do suffer dark damage, which are dark charges, which sucks, but it is what it is. And definitely Melodic Rhythm. This is amazing. So more regen charges. Next 4 spells heal 6%. So he can get a good turn where he just heals everybody 24% in one turn. Great support card. Club. Don't even need that really for anybody. We'll give her some resistance, I think. We'll give her this and her that. Probably could have gave her the damage, but that's fine. Stay for the banquet? Sure. We have, okay, vitality's cool, regen, draw. That also vanishes for Zeke, so that's pretty nice. I think they all have that as well. Yeah, they all have that card. We'll just get the, okay, so they'll go after the monsters, I think. Okay, Gustav and Deer Lady still go first, which is nice. Put the sharp on her. Let's, maybe we can put her before, yeah, we put her before, and maybe we can put him before, too, the enemies. So we want to get rid of these priests or mages or whatever. So we'll put this on her, and then we'll Falcon Shot, and then we have 5. See, that's the thing about camo. It's like I can never fit it in anywhere. So we'll multi and then rapid. Okay, and hopefully it hits her. Yep, killed her at least. And hopefully we can get rid of her too. So, oh, there we go. Go boom, boom, boom. Ah. Okay. Do I want to ensure the kill with necrotic? I'm hoping she just... yeah, I'm just gonna kill her. "42 thorns." She's got 5, so rapid and poison, I would say. He should be dead. None of that, none of that, none of this. Lure the Dryad using the Moonstone, remove her from combat. No, that's okay. Let's try to ambush. Slightly higher. Of course. Horrible failure. Darn. Got a 2. It's so disappointing seeing that percentage like 52 and then you just get like a 2. But it is what it is. That's the game. We'll use this right away since they are damaged a little bit. Wanted to remove the burn charges, maybe. No, I'll save it. Just use everything. Six, so probably just both rapids. I would have loved that corrupt curse. Four. Probably call it a video after the first world or whatever. Don't want the video to be too long. So power slave first. We could go double of this. Yeah, I'll do double vitality. Eight, she can use everything. 49 thorns kills him if he attacks her at all. So chant Falcon or chant first. I didn't do the math necessarily on that. Probably would have been better to chant first, I think. Darn, so it's going to be wasted damage on him, but that's fine. Still have 2 more rounds for excellence, so definitely get it. Got Soul Harvest. Spells do more damage. He draws cards. He unfortunately suffers dark, but that's okay. And let's see. We have 3 in the discard now. Or do we have Tome of Intellect is in discard because we didn't use it. Okay, I understand. 2, so curse, and no, we can't do that actually. Let's just do this now. Okay, we'll nightmare 3 times the necrotic. Oh, okay, or this curse is pretty cool too. Which one does more, 14 or 29? I mean, gives a mark, but I'll just use necrotic. I just hit him with it because he was the most damaged. He had the lowest health. She should be able to finish him off, I think, here with 31 sharp charges. Oh, here we go. Boss killer. Camo, then rapid. Yeah, first shot, 79 damage or whatever that was. None of that. None of this. None of this. I'm not getting a lot of good cards, though, on the random card rolls. Oh, okay. That could be on somebody. Heal done charges. Unfortunately, that's the only thing with songs. I'm going to give this to her because it gives her the thorns and the defense. And then maybe give her the evasion cloak. Yeah, probably give her the evasion cloak, and then maybe the regen thorns and heal or health. Recovering 7% HP. Is that worth keeping on that slot? I don't even consider the resistance all that much, to be honest, so I'll do that. And then, unfortunately with these, it's like, this isn't a healing spell, which sucks that it's not considered a healing spell, but I think the heal done the charges is good for now, so we'll keep that on him. Or we'll put that on him. And might as well show you the new oops. Might as well show you the new one, right? So go through the blue portal. This is the new area that they added. I got a fish, so I can sell the fish here. So I'll probably try to do that. So, yeah. Unlucky trainers. So I'll probably go boom, boom, boom. Can we... Yeah, and then we can go up from there. That's probably the path I'll take. I'll do the town and then call it a video for now. So... Itchy burn. Don't like that. So let's remove that from everybody's deck. Excuse me. Sorry. Let's get rid of Invigorating Blow. Maybe the Defend or an Intercept. We'll get rid of an Intercept, and then for her, probably one of the Camouflages and an Ice Shot, or maybe a Multi-Shot. It's either or. I want to get rid of those eventually anyway. His deck actually looks pretty good. I don't really need to remove anything at the moment. And Gustav's, maybe a Sweet Melody. I could maybe even get rid of another one. I'll get rid of another one. And you know why? Because crafting cards, I'm going to craft this Healing Serenade. That's the one I was talking about, the group heal. It's basically this, but a group version for like 1 extra mana. It doesn't dispel as much, but it's like, I mean, hold on. We'll upgrade it to 600. It's costly. But, so dispel 2 as opposed to 3, 5 regen as opposed to 4, and 20 and 20. So it's like, yeah, for 1 extra mana, it's basically doing the same thing, but every hero. So I would replace all of these for these. Yeah, I really like Healing Serenade. Let me make sure that... Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. It's a little worse than I said. So, yeah, 1, 4, and 19. But it's still amazing. So it's the same regen. It's 1 less heal. It's basically the same thing, except for the Dispel is weaker. But I like that because it just does it to the whole group. And if you do multiple of them, you get multiple Dispels anyway. Now, on her, what I was actually doing Shield Wall before just to keep Fortify on her. But if she can just get a couple of good Corrupt card rolls, a couple of defenses with Fortify, she doesn't necessarily need it. She starts with 2 with her perks. So I'm actually just going to go Thorns, I think, for now, and see how that works. And we can add the Fortify later if we keep losing it. So I think Stockade's pretty good. Gives everybody Thorns, defense, vitality. I really like this. If it's Corrupt. So I'm not going to craft it necessarily, but I do like the Corrupt Stockade a lot. And I do like how it gives the vitality too. But we'll go Garden, I think. Big, expensive upgrade again. Double your Thorns. That's good. And we'll probably get rid of a Defend. Because, like, I want everything to just give block and Thorns or be, like, a really low block. I want to get rid of these Intercepts, except for this one. I'll probably keep this one, though. And then, very important on Sylvie. She can't get Barrage, because that's a legendary or whatever, but she can get this. It's very key, in my opinion. So we'll remove the multi-shot for that. I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade it. We're in Madness 2. This one, obviously, 7 for the sharp, 2 sharp each time, 3 times, 16 to everybody, 6 bleed, 6 sharp right there. That's amazing. I would replace all of these for these. Essentially, I'd take this anytime it comes up. I'd also take Barrage anytime it comes up. Barrage is more like the boss killer. I think it repeats 3 times. It's similar, but it repeats 3 times just to one single monster. And I believe it does a little bit more damage, and it also applies sharp. So look out for Barrage as well when you're playing her. And on Zeke, I don't think he really needs anything. I like evocations when they come up, but I'm not going to craft it. I don't like to waste all my shards. Just really the key stuff. Like on Bree, for example, Enrage could be cool whenever it comes up. I'm going to probably take it. I'll probably take a Provoke if it comes up. I do like putting a bit of taunt on her, especially with Thorns. Shield Wall you can make maybe an argument for because of the 5 Fortify. The Fortify will be up the whole time if you get a Shield Wall. But it does kind of... hamper your first turn by putting that on with like the Thorn stuff. It's very, very, costly. It's a bulky card in her deck. I would definitely do this. on Heiner, for example, because he's all about that block and block damage and stuff. But for her, she's more low to the ground when it comes to block. So that all looks pretty good. I'll do a fast divination just to see if we get something, but it's, yeah, it's fine. And let's look in the shop real quick. Speed. Man, if we can give him speed, we can make him go before her and give her energy. I'm going to probably do that for now. Oh, or, okay, we just need to give him one, actually. Give him some resistance. That's pretty good, so we'll give him that. That looks nice. And then every turn gain 2. I might as well put that on her as well for now. And ready it up. And I'm just really excited. I want to do one more fight here, and then I'll call it a video. Beggars at the gate. I've never done this option for the ship ride. I'm kind of nervous about it because I don't know if it goes that down path. I don't want to do the down path. Maybe it's a flying ship. I don't know. They want to flee Feyborg, but they had to sell what little they had to eat, and the prices to get on a ship are expensive. Oh, okay. So this is giving them money for them to go on the ship, I think. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. I'm generous. 200 experience. Is that it? I mean, alright, I guess. That was a lot of money. But, I mean, I guess we got a lot of experience for it. Buy the ball for 400 gold and try to catch a squirrel. Yeah, let's try to catch a squirrel. This is to get a pet. I don't have this pet either yet. 59%. I'm hoping to roll that. Yes, thank you. I get the squirrel. So he launches ice stuff. Did I not give any of them pets? Oh, I didn't give any of them pets early game. Wow. Oh, that was pretty bad. That's fine. We'll give him the ice because he does more ice damage later. With his perk or his trait. I can't believe I forgot to give them pets early game. Hey, good thing we got a pet. And then, let's see, Whirlwind on Bree. She doesn't really use that. That's fine. Just do a normal battle. So he is actually before her now, which is awesome for giving her a little bit more energy. We'll do the Vitality, give her Sharp. And put this on so his next turn he'll start healing. Spiked, barbed, spiked. Cool. All right. Killed him. Chant. And now, see, because we gave her the energy, she can use the Rain of Arrows. Huge damage. Even with pretty low Sharp still, that was really nice. And she gained Sharp from it as well. I really like Rain of Arrows a lot. I would replace pretty much anything for that, her attacks. Four, so we can do camo and then rapid. Should kill them. Alright, let's call it a video. None of this. Multi-shot, no. Bookworm, yes. Bookworm, because he's got 2 Book of Nightmares, and we'll put that in our starting hand, and I love it. Perfect, that's exactly what I wanted to do. So we'll call it a video now. I'm excited about that card I just got. And we'll see you next video. Might take a day to upload the next one, or maybe I'll play right away and make the next video. I don't know. So, yeah, I'll see you. So that's Basically, it's going pretty well so far. I only got to the second map, but Madness 2 is going well, as you can see with these builds. They are working. I know this boss has something where he transfers an aura or something, or a bonus, so I don't want too many thorns early until the boss uses that move. That really kind of screwed me over last time I played. I didn't realize that the boss did that. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm efficiently stacking thorns, and then it steals them all. And then, like, all my characters were killing themselves on them. So, gotta keep in mind that for this fight. But anyway, that is the brief character explanations and theory crafting of the characters, and I'm doing a run with them. Just put the money where my mouth is, you know, with the gameplay style that I'm trying to play them. So we'll see you next time then.